Halalal, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS that do Ruah and that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom. And Shalom unto the hopeful elect. And I just want to bring out this video or talk about it. It says here, mom calls her daughter a bitch 100 times but beats the crap out of her for saying it once. It just shows you that the so-called black woman is an ostrich. Well, really the woman of the tribes, but mainly the so-called black woman. Just an ostrich. Here it is, the whole time, you know, you weren't really being nice to your kids. And now they get older and now they don't want to listen to you. And now you're surprised about that? That's the so-called black woman, man. By the way, this is off of Tommy Sotomayor's channel. He's now on Rumble. He's no longer on YouTube. He got banned. He got banned because he was exposing the wickedness and folly of the so-called black woman and the black community. But mainly the so-called black woman he was exposing. And a lot of black women and people in general didn't take too kindly to that. So they complained, and that's why YouTube banned him. But for the most part, I'll say this. Tommy Sotomayor didn't do anything wrong. He was pretty much speaking the truth. He was making a lot of sense. Even though he didn't come from a biblical perspective, he was still on point. Because it was logical, right? And that's how men are supposed to be. Men are supposed to be logical. And, you know, people didn't take too kindly to that, so that's why he's demonized, you know? But, yeah, man, the so-called black woman is an ostrich, and he's just showing that, once again. He's also showing how matriarchy has destroyed the black nuclear family and the black community. And that's not how we're supposed to be as Israelites. We're not supposed to be governed under matriarchy. We're really supposed to be governed under patriarchy. And I say that because it all starts with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Father, the Son, and then the men. And when you go into Revelation 21:3, it says, my tabernacle begins with men. So it's really about the men. It's about patriarchy. And when you look at the world, when you look at the 2/3, when you look at the so-called black community, how are they being governed? They're being governed by women. And how does that look? How is it playing out? Is it good? No, it's bad. For the most part, it's bad. It's not helping us as a nation. Let me start off with this. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushai is the Most High. So there you go. Yahushai is over the men. Okay, it begins with you men in the flesh here. Yahushai is over you. You have to deal with him. Now it says the head of the woman is the man. That's right. So the man is over the woman. You know why? Because the woman comes out of the man. The woman was really set up to be a helpmate onto the man. So really the man is over the woman. Yeah, but in this world, in this life, on how the so-called black community wants it, on how Esau wants it especially, the woman is over the man. And that's totally out of order. Now it says here, and the head of Yahushai is the Most High. That's right. So the Heavenly Father is over Yahushai. So that's the order. So yes, men are supposed to be in control. Matter of fact, let me get this. This is This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power. There you go. Okay. So yes, the Most High is dealing with men. And if the men are in order, then that's then guess what? The Lord is going to be with you. So, this also exposes that the men are not in order as well. And that's why, the way you know that is because of how the weaker vessel is dominating. That's not supposed to be the case, in a perfect world, in the way we do things. Right, so that's why it looks tacky. That's why the black community looks tacky. That's why the so-called black woman looks tacky. Really, it's because the men are not in order with their power. But don't worry, we're going to get that back. We're going to get that back, and it's going to be beautiful in the kingdom. Now, let me get this. This is Job chapter 39, verse 14. Actually, I'll start at verse 13. It says, "Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich?" So this is going into the ostrich now. And this is how the so-called black woman acts. She acts like an ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. There you go. You see that? And, this is her egg. And she didn't take care of her properly. She didn't care about her. She's basically treating her like she's not even really her daughter. Now, how do you think she feels? That's why she's acting the way she's acting. Not saying that that's right for her to be like that, but can you really blame her? Can you really blame her for being on her phone and acting the way she's acting? First of all, why is she being filmed by the mom? And why was this posted on the internet? And yet, and at the same time, the mother was calling her out for being on her phone and being on social media, being on live, but then she's recording her and not being discreet about what's going on in her house. You don't expose this stuff and put it on the internet like that. You got to be discreet. If you really loved your daughter, why would you put this on the internet like that? And then on top of that, exposing your family, because there's other kids in the house. The kids are crying. The kids are obviously not happy. The place is messy. It's dirty. Why would you put this on the internet? So the black woman's an ostrich. I'm going to read this again, man. "Which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them." Doesn't even care, man. Oh, if I kill one, that doesn't matter. If I crush it, doesn't matter. No love, man. There's no love in that household. You can see that there's no love, man. It's not how you're supposed to talk to your kids, and that's not how you're supposed to talk to your parents either. But there is no love in this household, man. This is not a loving household. Or that the wild beast may break them. That's right. You don't even care if other people come around your children and mess with them, man. That's why, a lot of black women, man, they'll leave their husband. They'll leave the father of their kids, and then some other dude comes in. You have a relationship with them. They come into your home, and guess what? They molest your kids. That goes on in the black community too. That's wicked. And she don't care. She'll side with the predator, man, instead of siding with her offspring, with her young. She is hardened against her young ones, very hardened, man. And it's not like a good hardened either. It's not like she's strict. She's just mean and unreasonable. You can't say nothing. If you get out of line once or say any, or you talk back to her when she's clearly provoking you, if you keep provoking someone and pushing them in the corner, they're going to obviously lash out. And that's what she's doing with this little girl, provoking this girl to fight her. And the scripture says that, but it talks about the fathers. The fathers, you're not supposed to provoke your sons or provoke your children to anger, right? That's what she's doing. So this is bad parenting, man. Bad parenting, bro. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because the Most High hath depraved her from wisdom. And the wisdom and the understanding, comes out of the scriptures. First, you got to call upon the name of Yahweh Bashim Yosha, and then you got to get involved with these scriptures. And also, you got to be taught by someone that has wisdom and understanding. And usually that begins with someone that is very close to you, right? And that is very spiritual. But really it starts with your father and then your mother. And, she doesn't, obviously don't have that. Because the woman, the black woman, the mother, she said, my mother, she was on Section 8. She was on welfare. And I had to leave early. I had to leave her house from a very young age. When I hit 18, I left. And my mom didn't have shit. So, the black woman, the mom here, she wasn't even raised properly. She didn't have a good foundation. But you get that foundation from the scriptures. And usually a man has to teach you how to be a woman. Okay? Alright, so this is Sirach chapter 26 verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. That's right, and keep her in straitly. You have to be strict with her. You have to be on her. And really, it starts with your father and your mother, but mainly your father. And she's shameless. She's wearing her shorts, got a little headpiece on. She's not dolled up. She's just walking around. You women are supposed to take care of yourself, man. Especially if you're a young woman. You're not supposed to be looking tacky like that. You're supposed to be taking care of yourself and your kids. Okay, and your house. Right, so if your daughter is shameless, she doesn't give a shit. She's gonna do what? She's gonna abuse herself through overmuch liberty. That's what the scripture says, right? Or the precept says. And that's what she's doing. Just on social media, posting pictures of herself, wasting her time, and being stupid, not doing anything productive. And that's what you get, man. You get a very unproductive life. Verse 11, watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. That's right. So don't marvel if she trespass against thee. Right? Especially if she's acting this way. She's weak. And, she's actually weaker than you, mom. And you gotta have some passion or compassion. That's why we read earlier in Job 39, she is hardened against her young ones. No compassion, man. Right? So, yeah, if she trespass against you, don't marvel at it. Don't be like, oh my God, why are you doing this to me? She's going to do that if she's shameless. Verse 12, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink every water near her. By every hedge she will sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And that's true. And that's, why she does that? Because she saw you do that. And that was in the video. They had a back and forth saying, the daughter was calling her mom out on her licentiousness, her being very promiscuous, laying with these different men. And now, guess what? She went out there. I'm talking about the daughter now. She went out there. She got pregnant by this other dude. Now the dude is not with her, taking care of her and the son. So that's what a woman will do when she has liberty, too much liberty. She just go out there, sleep around, and be irresponsible. That's nasty. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. And that's true. And you know what that means. She's going to swallow cum. She's going to be a cum dump. When he hath found a fountain, that's right, and the fountain is a man's dick. And drink every water near her. That's right, she's going to suck and fuck every single dude if you give her liberty. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. That's right, every penis is going to go in that vagina. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. That's right. So, if you're a wife, you're supposed to be discreet. Don't talk too much. Whatever you do with your husband stays in that house. It shouldn't be broadcasted all over the internet. Verse 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Most High. or of the Lord. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. That's right, that's true. Silent and loving woman, that's right. A lot of men don't have that, especially the so-called black women. She's foolish, she's clamorous, and she's annoying, and she never shuts the fuck up. And she's not of a sound mind either. A shamefaced and a faithful woman is a double grace. That's right, a faithful woman, a woman that won't cheat on you either. That's hard to find, because all these women cheat. Especially if you weren't the one that broke their hymen, man, that didn't sleep with them first. They'll never love you. They'll love the guy that she was previously with. That's where their mind is at. And her content mind cannot be valued. In fact, let me get this. This is let me get this here. Proverbs. I wanted this one first. Proverbs chapter 9 verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on a seat in the high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he knoweth not the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Wow, and that's what you call a bitch. That's why Tupac made that video. No wonder why they call you bitch. And a bitch will do all these things, man. Right? A woman, a bitch is very foolish, very clamorous, talking about things that she's not supposed to be talking about, running her mouth all the goddamn time. She's very simple. You know what simple means? She's very superfluous. Very, very shallow, very superfluous. And she doesn't know anything. She just regurgitates everything that she sees on social media, on TV, in magazines. Doesn't know anything, man. She's just an airhead. Always calling out to passengers, calling out to different men. Hey, how you doing? Talking to all these different type of men on her day to day. When those men are just minding their own business, talking shit. That's how these women are, man. Especially the so-called black women. This is Proverbs 23 verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. That's right. So you're supposed to correct your child. You're supposed to beat them with the rod. And I'll just say this, man. She's technically no longer a child. She's 20 years old. She's an adult. So if you can't even control them or beat them anymore, you gotta kick them out. But if she was a lot younger, yes, you're supposed to correct her and you're supposed to beat her. But if it gets to the point where you can no longer do anything because she's just stronger than you, or he is stronger than you, they gotta leave, man. They gotta go out into the world and experience hard life. That's what they gotta do. You're wasting your time. You don't even argue. Just kick her out. Okay, this is Titus chapter 2 verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to too much wine, teachers of good things. That's how the aged woman is supposed to act. So she's not supposed to be a degenerate. She's really supposed to be modest and in order, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. Even though she's calling her out, you got to take care of your son and get your shit together. Is she really in the position to really say that? She's not very nice in the way she's acting, right? First of all, you kicked you're no longer with the father of your kids. Where is he? And look how it played out. Now your daughter is emulating you, and that's why she's looking at you. That's why she's not respecting you, because you're not in order. She's like, what the hell are you telling her? How can you correct me? Look how you're living. You're going to correct me and tell me how to take care of my son, man. You weren't even taking care of us properly, man. I don't care if this is your house. Right? So that's how it is. Verse 4, it says that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. That's right, obedient to your husbands, not being an independent woman. Okay? And that's pushed in the black community. And that's pushed by the black woman. I'm a single lady, I'm independent, I'm a strong black woman. Shut the fuck up, man. Because you're not strong. First of all, you're on Section 8. You're on welfare. You're being supported by the government. And who runs the government? A man. And it's the white man. Okay? So a man is taking care of you. You ain't doing shit by yourself. You're a weak black woman. Okay? Now you're strong with certain things. But that's very hypocritical to say that, you know, you're a strong black woman, but you're raising your children in a single parent home. And then you're receiving checks from the government. No, you know what makes you a strong black woman? When you're in order. When you support your man, and when you support and serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. There you go. That makes you a strong black woman. Not you being single. And being a demon and being loud. It's a damn shame, man. Verse 6, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. There you go, yeah. And you young men, you got to be sober-minded too. Sober-minded in the spirit and also in the flesh. You know how you sober-minded? You got to get involved with the word. I believe that's found in Psalms 119. Here we go. This is Psalms 119 and 9. Baf, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. The word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Yahweh, teach me thy statutes. There you go. So that's what a young man is supposed to do. He's going to clean himself up by taking heed onto the word. And practicing the law, statutes, and commandments so he doesn't sin against Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. Alright, I want to get this. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. It says, difficult times will come. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. That's right. You know what proves that? This whole selfie generation. I gotta take a picture of myself all the time and post it on the internet looking stupid. It shows you people are loving themselves. That's what they're both doing. They're both on their phones taking pictures of themselves. And they're not handling and taking care of their business. Too busy on social media posting pictures. And here it is, your son is running around in dirty diapers, man. And the house is fucking dirty. But that's what's going to take place in the last days, man. And we are in the last days. Covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And this bitch, this woman, okay, is unthankful. She's living with her mom still, when her mom should kick her out. Not paying any bills. This isn't your home. And also on top of that, you know, you have a baby. You have a baby boy or a little boy. And your mom's taking care of him too, and you're not doing anything. So very unholy, very unthankful. Very unthankful. Verse 3, without natural affection. That's right. Very inhumane, not loving at all. And that's both mother and daughter. Very unloving. Not kind. Very rude. Disrespectful. And that's how it is in the world too, man. You know, that's how it is in the world. I'm going to just say that. People in this world are very unloving. Very wicked. Very mean too. Very cold. truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, lover of pleasures more than the lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. There you go, man. And that's everything that you see here. Last one. Matthew chapter 24 verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That's right. And that's the state of the whole world, but that's the state of the so-called black community and the black family. And it's gotten even colder when matrilineality took over. When the matriarchs took over, going into the so-called black women, it got even colder, man. That's why you have all of our youth running about, not knowing anything and just being stupid and being wicked. Wearing ripped up jeans, listening to stupid music, playing video games all goddamn day. A lot of these kids don't know anything, man. They don't even know what an apple is. They don't even know what fruits and veggies is, man. Ridiculous. Anyways, man, that's all I got. Hope this was edifying. Till next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect. Kwam Yasha Allah and Abad Babal.